Our top story this hour, US top officials have all congregated in Qatar for crisis talks on Afghanistan after the Taliban claimed to have full control over the country. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Al-Thani on Monday. Blinken thanked him for Qatar's extraordinary support in facilitating the safe transit of US evacuees during the military pullout from Afghanistan. Blinken will also meet US diplomats after Washington relocated its embassy in Kabul to Doha, but he is not due to meet any of Taliban's representatives in Doha, though the State Department said that the US will continue to engage with the group to ensure that Washington's position with them is clear at all times. Qatar has played a crucial role in the US evacuation process. It hosts a major US airbase and has been the gateway for 55,000 people airlifted out of Afghanistan, nearly half the total number evacuated by US-led forces after the Taliban takeover. After Doha, Blinken is scheduled to head to the US airbase at Ramstein in Germany. On Wednesday, the base is temporary home for thousands of Afghans moving to the United States. While at Ramstein, Blinken will hold a virtual 20-nation ministerial meeting on the crisis alongside German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas. And our correspondent Nina Maria Pod sent us this report. Let's listen in.
This visit by US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and US Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin to Qatar is being dubbed the thank you tour. It comes amid continued criticism over how the US left Afghanistan. Just to be clear, these are separate trips by the US Defence Secretary and the US Secretary of State, both starting in the Persian Gulf to thank allies in person for their help in withdrawing after a chaotic and deadly few weeks, and in a scenario which is still not over despite this administration's best effort to end this war. In terms of meeting with the Taliban, because there was some speculation that US Secretary of State Antony Blinken would meet in person with the Taliban, there's a sense that this US administration is not ready and that they have not reached that stage yet. Doha is, of course, where several diplomatic discussions have been held between the US, the Taliban, other parties over the last few years. It's where the US is basing its diplomatic operations for Afghanistan since the US closed its embassy in Kabul. If you roll back to what US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said in recent days, he's been stressing the Biden administration's expectation that any Taliban-led government in Afghanistan needs to uphold international expectations. The Taliban have now declared victory over the last holdout province of Panjshir amid disturbing reports of reprisals. I think for now the US is simply not ready, and in the anniversary week of 9/11, with Americans still left behind in Afghanistan, there would be a national uproar in the US if Antony Blinken were to meet the Taliban in person on this trip.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.